Hums can be quite a problem in audio and can originate from external interference, which can be greatly reduced by using balanced lines. They can either be XLR lines like these or tip ring sleeve 1/4-inch cables like this. What both these cables have in common is that they have two signal paths and a ground rather than just a signal, one signal and a ground. And those two signal paths are actually 188, how did I get that? 180 degrees out of phase, so that you can reject a lot of that interference if it's coming externally. Now, if you have a number of audio sources that have multiple paths to ground, you can get a ground loop that can be reduced by powering your devices like, say, guitar amps and synths from a common AC source, say, a common power strip. Now, if you're still having troubles, you can break the loop quite often with the DI box. Most of them have a little ground lift button on them, and when you select that, then that can lift the ground and get rid of a lot of ground loops. Now, keep in mind that a lot of other gremlins can cause hums like power supplies. Quite often, if you have a power supply just kind of sitting on top of your amp and you move that around, you can kind of hear that hum going around. Keep them a safe distance away from your amps and other sound sources so that you can get rid of that hum. So clearly, these are all things that you don't want to be doing all of these in the middle of a performance, right? You want to tackle and deal with all of these problems before you ever see an audience. That is why you really need to have sound checks. And a sound check is just basically a rehearsal with a band so that you can go through, all of these checklists of making sure that you can hear the vocal well, the effects are just right, the monitors are working well, and the performers can hear themselves well. All at the same time that the performers are working kind of on their stuff. So a line check should be done before the performers get on stage. And all you're checking is that all the lines are up on your board and you hear the inputs, distortion and hum free. Check all the mics, input jacks, wireless frequencies and all that kind of stuff before the band turns up. Then you can just concentrate on helping them with their monitors and also bringing up your main mix. So have we put all the main gremlins to bed? We know what a signal chain is and how to get a gut level of ideas, kind of how, where the problem might lie. We know how to tame feedback, distortion, noise, and hum. Let's get to the fun part of being a sound person, and that's mixing.